Hello and welcome back to Fleet Signal. My name is Alex. Today I'm going to take a look at the first issue of Tabletop Gaming magazine. This is a new magazine that was launched at UK Games Expo 2015 that is all about tabletop gaming. It's aimed towards tabletop gamers. So I bought the first issue and I thought I'd just have a flick through on the channel just to show you what it looks like inside. So let's get into it. So that's what the cover looks like. 101 games you need to play. Exclusive first looks at Guild Ball, Halo Fleet Battles, Terminator Genesis. It's got an interview with Dave Lewis on Drop Zone Commander. It's got stuff on X-Wing. It's got Planetfall in here as well, as you'll see. So let's have a look. Advert, big advert for Whaling Games. And the welcome and the contents. And then we get straight into the board games. A lot of great games are actually in this first issue. Machikora is a brilliant game. I highly recommend playing Machikora. So there's an article on Lords of War to really kick things off. Advert for Element Games. Some more board games. Boss Monster is also good. See the Game of Thrones game there. Ticket to Ride. Is there anybody who actually hasn't played Ticket to Ride at this time? I mean, out of kind of people who are aware of modern board games. Carcassonne, another really popular game. Sushi Go, Castle Panic, Ninja Dice. Article on Magic the Gathering, which, as you probably know, is super popular. Some more board games and a good card game, Gloom. Advert for Chaos cards. I actually recommend Chaos cards if you're going to buy like sleeves and deck boxes and things like that. They're really good. Article on Zombicide. Advert for Magic Madhouse. More board games. There's an XCOM the board game article as well. Even more, Marvel Dice Masters is really good. I play Marvel Dice Masters. It's a collectible game, yes, but it's really good. Guild Ball, the cover story, I guess you could call it. More ads. Star Realms is another really good game that I currently play. I play quite a lot of board games actually, apart from Firestorm, although still have lots and lots of love for Firestorm. Settlers of Catan, which a lot of people say is the monopoly of modern board games because it's everywhere, everyone's played it, and I don't know, what do you think? Smash Up, great game. Munchkin, of course, as well. Sheriff of Nottingham. Dominion, Coup, Pandemic, Black Fleet. Beyond the Gate of Antares, which has been written by Rick Priestley, the guy who wrote 40k and Fantasy. Advert for Sanctuary Gaming Center, more board games. There's an article on Android Netrunner, which is gaining more and more popularity. I actually have the first edition of Android Netrunner, the one that Wizards of the Coast published back in the day. D&D, which I also occasionally play. Seven Wonders, which is actually a board game I've never lost at, although that's probably going to change at some point. King of Tokyo, another fun game. Splendor, Discworld, R.I.P. Terry Pratchett, muchly missed. Hey, That's My Fish, Firefly. Kings of War, which is, for some people, it's actually their replacement for Warhammer Fantasy. Games Quest, advert there. More Mice and Mystics is a really fun board game, especially if you have kids. It's a great storytelling board game, and here we go, Planetfall. Nice article here on Planetfall, what it's all about. And the what's it called? The magazine speaks to Neil and Derek from Spartan Games, and basically tells you all about what Planetfall is all about. Highly recommend reading that. More ads. Love Letter is a fun game to play in between, maybe if you're going to play Firestorm or any other game, and like kind of in between games, if you're waiting for someone to finish or whatever, you can break out Love Letter and quickly play it. It's actually a really fun game. X-Wing, which has taken off massively in the UK. well, a lot, mostly because it's Star Wars. More ads. Some of the Wars, great game. Eldritch Horror, which is a cool game, which I would say because I'm a huge Cthulhu Mythos fan. Super Dungeon Explore. More ads. The cool thing about these ads is that they tell you about maybe about products that you haven't heard of yet, which is the point of advertising, but also stores that you might not have heard of. So if you're wondering, like for example, this is Rules of Play, which is based in Cardiff. So if you were wondering, is there another store apart from Firestorm Games, located in Cardiff? Well, there is. So you can go there and have a look and see what they sell. Maybe they stock products that Firestorm Games doesn't. Firestorm Games is another Cardiff-based tabletop store. So more board games. Spartacus, a game of blood and treachery. That's also a good game. Dreadball article. Even more board games. Arcadia Quest. I have Battle Law First Edition, haven't played Second Edition yet. And that's Terror Meeple City, which of course used to be called Rampage until Tecmo, I think it was, said, start making noises about suing them for using the name Rampage, and so let's change it. Terminator Genesis, the miniatures game, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for. Arkham Horror, the game that infamously takes ages to set up, but it's a good game. And here's another Spartan Games article, Halo Fleet Battles, The Fall of Reach. Another interview with Neil and Derek on the game and what it's all about and how they've approached taking Halo to the tabletop. It says there, we've even gone back to Microsoft to suggest how certain ships should work, and they've changed the Halo canon, which is like, yeah, that's incredible. Add to subscribe if you want to subscribe today. Or if you don't want to cut up your magazine, you can go to the website and subscribe there. Article on Drop Zone Commander, which is another game with a lot of popularity, especially in the UK. Infinity, another popular game. Insomnia 54 article, which actually I'm really pleased to see. Insomnia is a how to describe it? It's like a series of LAN parties. It's like these computer gaming events that happen mostly on every bank holiday in the UK. And they're all about computer games: Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2, Dota, League of Legends, that kind of stuff. But they've also had a tabletop gaming presence lately as well, which is really, really good to see. And as you can see, it's popular. And it's also good because it also introduces tabletop gaming to people who aren't necessarily tabletop gamers. Who usually, when you say to them, when you say I'm a tabletop gamer, they'll usually think they either play Monopoly or they'll think Cards Against. So this is good to show people that there's a load of other board games out there today in modern board gaming. So quick page on Salute there. Win some Super Dungeon Explore Forgotten King goodies. Actually, SDE is actually another fun game. Hobby tips, which is quite cool. More ads. And as usual, as you find at the back of most magazines these days, you'll find classifieds. Who knows, maybe Fleet Signal will be here one day, advertising Fleet Signal. Yeah, this is like you'll find on the back of most magazines. And a tabletop time machine featuring Hero Quest. Who remembers Hero Quest? I certainly do. And then the next issue, Best of British, they'll be featuring the best of UK talent in the tabletop gaming industry, which will be available in September. This is a quarterly magazine. And on the back, advert for Star Wars Armada. So that is Tabletop Gaming Magazine, issue 1. I'm really glad that a magazine like this has been produced, because I can remember back to Arcane Magazine, when that used to be around in the 90s, which was more of an RPG magazine, as I seem to remember it, but that was the magazine that actually introduced me to Magic the Gathering. And that went away also in the 90s. I think it went away in 1999. I'm really glad that 20 years later, Tabletop Gaming Magazine has appeared and has kind of taken over from Arcane Magazine, so kind of, sort of, ish. Also, another thing I like about this magazine is that it's a physical magazine. It's something that you can pick up and you can give to someone when you tell them I play tabletop games, and they might think first off you play chess, Monopoly, Cluedo, whatever, and you're like, no. There's a whole wide world of tabletop gaming outside of that. You know, like, here, have a look at this. You know, check it out. And they might see games in here that, you know, they probably never knew existed, and so, you know, it might be an introduction for them into the, you know, the big, wide, fun world of tabletop gaming. So yeah, that's issue 1. If you're looking for it in your local newsagent and you can't see it, then obviously ask if your newsagent or WH Smith's in the UK or whatever stocks it. If you can't see it in Smith's, then check the computer game section, because a lot of the time they'll actually put it in the computer game section for some weird reason, maybe because it looks like a computer gaming magazine, I don't know. So if you can't find it in the you know, the miniatures section, the hobby section or whatever, then have a look in the computer game section. That's where I found my copy. But yeah, that's the first issue. You'll find all the relevant links about how to, you know, get in touch with these guys, their Facebook page, their website, blah blah blah. You found it all in the description for this video. As always, please leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on how you felt about this video, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a flick through of issue 2 as well. So yeah, don't forget to check out Fleet Signal on social media. Also check out fleetsignal.com. And I think that's all for now. Until next time, see ya!